This book is entitled Wherever You Are, My Love Will Find You, and it's by Nancy Tillman. And as I'm reading it, I would invite you to pretend that you're hearing the voice of the loved one that you're missing so dearly. And it begins. I wanted you more than you ever will know, so I sent love to follow wherever you go. It's high as you wish it. It's as quick as an elf. You'll never outgrow it. It stretches itself. So climb any mountain. Climb to the sky. My love will find you. My love can fly. Make a big splash. Go out on a limb. My love will find you. My love can swim. And look at the fun that the elephants are having with the little boy. It never gets lost. Never fades. Never ends. If you're working, oh, look, he's picking apples while he's sitting on a giraffe. Or playing. He's playing hide and seek with the rabbits. That looks like fun. Or sitting with friends. Oh my, look at who his friends are. The panda bears. You can dance till you're dizzy. This is one of my favorite pictures in the book. Paint till you're blue. There's no place, not one, that my love can't find you. And if someday you're lonely, or someday you're sad, or you strike out at baseball or think you've been bad, just lift up your face. Feel the wind in your hair. That's me, my sweet baby. My love is right there. In the green of the grass, in the smell of the sea, in the clouds floating by, at the top of a tree, in the sound crickets make at the end of the day. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved, they all say. My love is so high and so wide and so deep. It's always right there, even when you're asleep. So hold your head high and don't be afraid to march to the front of your own parade. If you're still my small babe, or you're all the way grown, my promise to you is you are never alone. You are my angel, my darling, my star, and my love will find you wherever you are. And now we'll go to the craft table. Well, we just finished reading Wherever You Are, My Love Will Find You. And as I said when I started to read it, I love the picture of the bear there. So the bear is one of my favorite animals. And so we're going to do something with a little bear today. This is my bear. And I've called him Tony. And Tony is my empathy bear. Now you may wonder what empathy means, but one of the simple things to explain that would be he understands. When somebody says I have empathy, they're sort of saying I understand and I care about you. So Tony cares and understands. Now you'll notice he's a little bit different from this bear because These are the bears that are given out at hospice, and you may even have one, I don't know. But if you have, you could think about making your bear like this one, or if you have another animal that's very special to you. You may not like bears, but maybe you like.
All right, so counting again. Okay, 3, 2.
Well, we just finished reading Wherever You Are, My Love Will Find You. And as I said when I started to read it, I love the picture of the bear there. So the bear is one of my favorite animals. And so we're going to do something with a little bear today. This is my bear. And I've called him Tony. And Tony is my empathy bear. Now you may wonder what empathy means, but one of the simple things to explain that would be he understands. When somebody says I have empathy, they're sort of saying I understand and I care about you. So Tony cares and understands. Now you'll notice he's a little bit different from this bear because these are the bears that are given out at hospice, and you may even have one, I don't know. But if you have, you could think about making your bear like this one, or if you have another animal that's very special to you. Now, if you look at my Tony, you'll see there's a few things different with him. He has a heart that's here. He has a little teardrop up here. And he has a wiping cloth here. Now, the tear is to let you know that others feel your sadness. And the heart in his paw is to let you know that love surrounds you. And the tissue here is to let you know that he is filled with compassion and you can wipe away the tears and he will help you wipe away the tears. So we're going to look at how we can make maybe this bear or your animal like my Tony. So first you will have to decide about the heart, how big you want it, whether you want just sort of a flat one dimension heart there or you want to stuff the heart. But anyway, to start the heart, you need to get a piece of paper and you might want to play around and make different size hearts and then see what you want. So you're going to take your piece of paper and you're going to fold it. And then you can draw a heart on here. And I actually had gone ahead and I made a little heart. So just imagine that that was the heart that I drew here, the half of the heart. And I have cut that out of the paper. So here is your little pattern. It looks like that. Now, if you have a piece of felt, that's about the best material to use. I didn't have any, but we're going to use another piece kind of material. But if you get felt, and it doesn't have to be red, but you're going to put your paper pattern on the material. You folded it a little bit the way you did the paper. You're going to pin it here. And then you're going to cut it. And you'll have to check what kind of scissors you have for cutting this. The scissors I have are not the best for this thick material, but it's cutting. We're almost there. Let's See if our heart looks like a heart. Well, that's pretty close to a heart, I think. Okay, so you could just leave it like that, and then you could take it over to your bear, and you might take some glue if somebody has a glue gun in your house, and with the hot glue you could just glue it right there and it'll stick, it'll stay there. The other thing you could do is take a needle and thread and sew it on there. You just will sew it through these places. So there you have your little heart. Now, if you want to make it real interesting for yourself, you can, if you cut another piece the same size as this and then put it together. I have a bigger heart that I've done. I had 2 hearts, put them together. You're going to pin them, put pins all the way through so it's not going to slide, and then you can sew it all the way around. And I know one little girl who ended up doing staples. She put staples all the way around it. It was thin material and it worked beautifully. And then when you get that done, you're going to leave open a little bit on your small heart. I would say you're going to leave 1 inch. Now I don't know in centimeters what that is, but you can see that's about what I'm showing. You have to have a little piece there if you're doing it with the 2, because then what you're going to do is you're going to pull through all the pieces. You'll think it's never going to come through that little hole, but it will. And then it's going to look like this big one that I did. And it's all nice and smooth. We've stuffed it with some cotton balls, and then we'll sew that up. This person wanted to do some decorating on it with fabric paint. So that's another way of doing it. So that's your little heart. You've got that. Then you'll see he's got the little teardrop here. It's best to have it as a permanent marker, and you can draw a little teardrop there. Something that I found here that might be nice is that little jewels, and you could make a teardrop of these little jewels here. So you can get these kinds of things at the dollar store, and you can have lots of fun with them. Sometimes you can even get them tear-shaped. I know I have seen them, but I don't know just there. But there's the start of your teardrop that you're going to do. And the last thing that you need is this tissue. So if you have an old face cloth or an old towel, you can get that, and you're going to cut a piece out of it. Now, I would say what I would do is, this is mine that I have. It's way too big for what we want, so we've got to cut it much smaller. There. And you could draw a paper pattern of a square. Again, depends how big you want to have this, but I'm looking at the size of this, and I'm just going to cut. Make sure you get a good pair of scissors to do this with. It makes it so much easier. And then you've got this nice little point here, which is sort of like that. So you could take your material, fold it under. You can fold it under like that. And again, if you have the glue gun, that's the ideal thing. because then you can put it over here on this side. And something that you might want to do here on my Tony, he has a little butterfly that's been embroidered. But I know you like playing with stickers and whatnot, so maybe I can find a nice happy sticker there that would look good. We'll put this one for now. There. And so that's going to be on that side. So that's your little empathy bear. And you can do all sorts of things with decorating the bear. But just remember that the tear is to let you know that others feel sad with you. The heart is to know that you're surrounded in love. And this tissue is one to represent compassion, that people care for you. So I hope you have fun making your empathy bear.